All this work that we're doing, brothers, for this ministry, eventually is going to pay off. You better believe it, man. It's going to pay off like you'll never believe. Okay? And by the way, we're the highest value male on this planet. The men of the Lord, the men of this truth, the hopeful elect of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, the highest value male there is.
All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I would like to give all praise and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushua, Bahashem Kakwadash. Double honors unto the apostles and the elders of GMS who rule well, teach well, being great examples to his younger brothers, and peace and blessing salutations to the hopeful elect out there pushing his word in truth and in sincerity across the four winds in the name of Yahweh Bahashem Yahushua, pushing to get up out of here. Shalom to the hopeful elect, the believers, the listeners whom have came back to the obedience of the scriptures through faith in Yahweh Bahashem Yahushua. And what I want to get into today, is self-accountability, all right, within this ministry, man. Speaking to myself first and foremost, all right, but self-accountability and preparation breeds confidence, okay? Preparation breeds confidence. Now, I want to go into the book of Galatians chapter 6 or 4, all right, and just expound on these things in the spirit. It says, but let every man prove his own work, and then shall he have rejoicing in himself alone and not in another. Okay. Verse 5, for every man shall bear his own burden, and in this ministry, we're a body, we're this is what we have to understand. This is real nation building. The Lord is actually, forming a nation. That's why you see the apostles and elders, okay, acting as, the head judges of a nation. They pretty much, all right, through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, they set the standard, with their diligence, with the seriousness, and how, tedious they are in the doctrine and the word, that spirit of a scholar, all that comes from, the standard set by, Yahweh Bashim Yahushua through the apostles, and those men, you see those men, yes, they come to camp, as a group, okay, on Saturday, but throughout the week you see each apostle holding their own. They all have their own lives. They all have their own study regiments. They all have their own, health regiments that they keep up with, okay, and they all have their lessons, the things that they go into, the formats, and they have, they thrive as a group, okay, and they can stand on their own, and that's what they push, all right, throughout the body, for us to be able to thrive as a group, but also to be able to stand alone and hold it down in the spirit, all right. So we're all accountable, okay, for our personal development in this thing, okay. Iron sharpen iron. So being around a brother, of course, you're gonna level up, from being around the brother, from, coming to camp, all right, from coming to classes, but then there's a personal, all right, personal responsibility for each of us, okay, to make use of our time alone, all right, to toil, all right, and really dig into this word, okay. So you read this in the NLT, Galatians 6 and 4, it says, pay careful attention to your own work, for then you will get satisfaction of a job well done, and you won't need to compare yourselves to anyone else, because we all have our own lane, and it's not a thing of competing with a brother, all right, trying to mimic a brother to the T. We all can draw and pull certain qualities, from each other and add to our individual, arsenal, okay. But every brother has their own portion. Every brother has their own lot. Every brother has their own faith. Every brother has their own gift, okay. But a gift that's not, okay, if you have a gift and you don't spend time with that gift, if you don't nurture that gift, if you don't, master that gift, all right, then that gift is a waste, all right. We're going to go into that. Verse 5, it said, for we are each responsible for our own conduct, okay, our behavior and our, all right, lifestyle away from the brothers. Each brother is responsible for that, man. Our conduct, our study habits, our diligence. Okay, each brother is responsible for how they carry themselves when they're off camera, when they're away from the brothers. Because it's easy to be in the spirit around brothers. It's easy. You can come to camp, and ride the wave. But what are we doing when we're by ourselves, man? That's the real battle. And I'm speaking from experience, man. It's easy to get complacent, sidetracked, chilling. Okay, then you come to camp, dry as hell. I done been in that position, at camp, nothing to add to what the brothers are saying because I'm BSing in my day to day, complacent, okay, chilling, okay, and here it is, camp day. I'm dry as hell. I really don't have nothing to add, So this is a thing of exhortation, admonishment. All right, and it's through experience, man. My short, amount of time, you go through a few things and you learn and you grow. Okay, so let's get this in 1 Timothy chapter 4. Okay, 1 Timothy chapter 4 and 14. 1:4. All right, this is 1 Timothy 4 and 14 says, neglect not the gift that is in thee, which was given thee by prophecy with the laying on of the hands of the presbytery. So we all been given a gift, and the presbytery goes into the elders. All right, and the elders, they didn't have to physically lay hands on each brothers. All right, but the doctrine that we have, it trickled down. Each brother that's teaching under the banner of GMS and the affiliate camps, okay, they're teaching a doctrine that trickled down from the apostles and elders, all right, which they got from their elders through, all right, the spirit and power and the mercy of Yahweh B'Shem Al-Shai. We all teaching, okay, a doctrine, okay, that has been handed down to us, man, okay, through men that the Lord established, okay. And as we come into this thing, each brother has their own gift, and that's one of the important things, in this ministry is to find your gift. Okay, the Apostle Paul, he understood that he had the office to go to the Gentiles, okay, the Israelite foreigners. All right, and what did he do? He said he magnified his office. Okay, but in order to magnify his office, he had to find out what his office was, man. Like the brother in Baltimore, Karata Zakba. All right, how he, he's always up on, certain current events and, different pastors and different Israelite groups that's going off and, different incidents. He catches everything. Like don't nothing get past him. Like anything said is off. Like he own it. Okay, and the whole body benefits off that. You can tell he gives himself wholly, into, all right, that office, man. And everyone benefits off of it, man. As you're going to read here, it says, meditate upon those things, give thyself wholly to them, that thy profiting may appear to all. Okay, and I'm just using the brother as an example. You can just binge watch his videos and you can be, up to date on, the happenings, all right, of what's going on, amongst the Christian church and what's their take on the Hebrew Israelites and other camps and contradictions and certain things. The elder Karatazag in Vegas, as well. And I'm just throwing brother's name out there that's just coming, to me off the top, but those men that give themselves wholly, to their office, and everyone benefits off of it, man. We all benefit off of it, man. Okay, but there's no telling, they we don't know the work that go behind into doing that, editing them videos, and you gotta splice the video, you gotta remember the minute march. Like that's a labor. that's an actual labor. The true labor and work is off camera. The easiest thing to do is get on camera and expound on precepts. That's the easy thing. The true labor and toiling is off camera. Each brother according to their own portion. All right. So, there's some work that goes in. There's hours that go into that. The brothers, Elder Ariala out of Dallas, okay, Elder Require Quorum, as they go into those algorithms, there's a lot of work that goes into putting together an algorithm, man. Okay, like there's a lot of stuff you got to filter through, you got to cross-reference things, and You know, and it's all, hey, guess what? It's all through the spirit of Yahweh Shema Shai. The Lord puts that spirit on us, man. You know, and the Lord, you know, gives us, you know, that inspiration to do those things, man. Okay. So I'm saying all that to say this, you know, what we see, you know, is the final product. You know, when you see an algorithm, that's the final product. When you see, you know, those videos being edited and, you know, a brother put up a whole video about, you know, how this camp is contradicting itself in the word, then that we see the final product. But there's a labor that goes into that, man. Okay, there's time, there's sacrifice that goes into that, man. And we all have to put in our sacrifice in this ministry, man. Okay, verse 16 said, take heed unto thyself and unto the doctrine. Okay. For in doing this, thou shalt both save thyself and them that hear thee. And it says, take heed unto thyself. Like, we really got to constantly examine ourselves, man. Okay, because you can be just watching videos and really not growing because, you know, you're not applying other methods, okay, of learning, you know, because watching videos are good, but it should complement your reading. It should complement your research and your reading things, looking up words. Okay. You know, you can't just watch videos, man. Okay. Like there's other, all right, learning tools, okay, that we have to apply, you know, and what that's doing is pouring into us, man. In order, like Elder Bun, you know, the elder brother down here in the Mississippi camp, you know, he always goes into input output. Okay, you can't have any output if you're not doing any input. If you're always just doing output, okay, and not putting any input, eventually you're gonna be empty. Okay, so we want to really, you know, make sure that we're balancing ourselves out, you know, by inputting things, you know, throughout the week. So when we come to count, we fully charged. You know, you gotta think about it. It's you go to count once a week. You know, if you know, add to yourself every day, you know, even if it's something small, man, you watch a little 5-minute documentary about something, you know, and that's another thing. You ain't gotta be no screeniest, you know, study session, you know, 2-3 hours, okay, in the dark room with the candle lit, okay. You know, you just got books everywhere. Like, nah, man, like adding, you know, just subtle adding to yourself on a daily basis goes a long way, you know. And if you're doing that every day, by the time you hit camp, you know, you've added, you know, new information. You've added, you know, a new perspective on the scriptures, okay, just based off your daily diligence, you know, of going into things, man. You know, and that's a trait of nobility, is to go into things, man. Okay, matter of fact, Kings. Yeah, let's go into that. I think that's yep, this is Proverbs 25:2. All right, it says, it is the glory of the Most High to conceal a thing, okay, which is to hide, to put away, you know, because there's certain things, you know, wisdom, you know, that the Lord, you know, he has it out there, but it has to be searched out. And it's going to go into it, said, but the honor of kings is to search out a matter. Let's read this in the NLT. It is God's privilege to conceal things, and it's the king's privilege to discover them. Okay, so that's the kings weren't just drinking wine, all right, and slapping bitches on the booty all day, man. Okay, like when we talk about nobility, man, kings search things out. A king would be, all right, one of the sharpest men in his realm. Okay, so that's a trait of nobility, man. Each brother got their own portion, their own lot, man. Okay, but we're not just niggas, man. And apostles and elders push us to be scholarly, man. You know, brothers around us, they you know, you see brothers going into things like, damn, that brother getting down, you know, but that brother putting in his personal work, You know, that brother in his leisure time, he's getting into things, man. Okay, another in Proverbs is what? This is advice from the wisest king ever. Okay, all right, King Solomon, which we know whom that is, man. All right, Yahweh Shai, Proverbs 18:1. Through desire, okay, a man having separated himself, seeking and in the middle with all wisdom. And what you desire, it shows. You know, like that's why it's a thing. Like we really gotta desire this thing, desire wisdom, man. Okay, desire to understand more. You know, either like and no one, a brother can't desire for you. A brother can't, no brother can desire for me, man. I have to have my own desire in this thing, man, to learn and to grow. Okay, well the brothers can't want this more than you. You know, like you have to be. We all are responsible for being proactive. All right, in how we develop and how we grow in this thing. Of course, the brothers are here to help and aid in every way. You know, but there's a difference between guiding, and helping the brother and holding the brother hand and enabling the brother, man. You know, and we have to differentiate the two. Okay, we have to understand the two. Okay, so let's go here. All right, I think that's 1 Peter 3. All right. This is 1 Peter 3:15. It said, but sanctify the Lord power in your hearts, and be ready always to give an answer to every man that asketh you a reason of the hope that is in you with meekness and fear. And as we push this gospel, we're representatives of this word. And going back into the point of preparation, okay, breeds confidence, because when you know what you're talking about, people that you talk in a certain way. You have a mannerism about yourself when you know what you're talking about. Okay, if someone is trying to sell you something, all right, and you get to asking questions and they're fumbling and bumbling and really don't know, and you like, you know more than him about the product, so it's like, nah, my G, we ain't, nah, we ain't gonna do that. Okay, but you can tell when people really know about their product. Okay, they can tell you the ins and outs about the product that they're pushing. Okay, well, we're pushing Yahweh Shai. Okay, we're pushing the kingdom of heaven. We should know the ins and outs of these things, man. Okay, we should be able to explain these things, man. Okay, and it's a thing we're always learning and understanding more and more. It's a non-stop thing. Okay, so yeah, man, we all have personal accountability. Okay, a personal responsibility, man, to really toil and labor. Okay, in this work, man. As it says here in 2 Timothy 2, all right, and 15, it says, study to show thyself approved unto the Most High, a workman that needeth not to be ashamed, rightly dividing the word of truth. Okay, so you go to verse 15 in NLT, 2 Timothy 2:15 said, work hard so you can present yourself to the Most High and receive his approval. You don't, a prince didn't just become, an heir just solely based off birthright. Like there was some proving. All right, the prince had to be proved and tried and groomed. Okay, into that, man. Okay, so as we're proclaiming Yasha Allah, Prince of the Power, guess what? We're proving to our Father, okay, that what, man? That look, we're worthy of this, man. We're responsible. We can hold it down. Okay, and this is what we're doing. It says, work hard so you can present yourself and receive his approval. Be a good worker, one who does not need to be ashamed and who correctly explains the word of truth, man. And we get that example from our apostles, man, who constantly, reiterate the importance of teaching, all right, the correct doctrine, man. At every point, man. All right. So, and how are we able to correctly explain? By becoming familiar. No one should be more familiar with the Bible than us, man. Nobody on earth should be more familiar with the Bible, the ins and outs of the Bible, than us, man. Nobody. Okay, and that's how we have to move in this thing, man. Okay, each brother according to their own portion. Okay, each brother, you're gonna have brothers that's, there's levels to everything, man. Okay, but we all want to maximize whatever portion we got, man. you know. So, I end here, man. And ain't nothing like just reading. They're raw, just reading. Blessed. This is Revelation 1:3. It says, "Blessed is he that readeth, okay, and they that hear the words of this prophecy and keep those things which are written therein, for the time is at hand." Okay, blessed is he that readeth, man. And we are those that we are those that want to be blessed. And the Lord deals with that, man. Reading, especially newer brothers, man. You should spend a lot of time reading. You should spend a lot of time reading and asking questions, man. That should be your main thing. Like, reading and asking questions. These comment boards are open. If you're new in the camp, you got all those brothers that are ready to answer your questions. So utilize all these resources that the Lord has provided for us to develop. You got to utilize those things. All right. So Lord will, and I got to make sure I'm on point too. As I'm saying this, I'm thinking about what I need to tighten up on as well, man. It's not a thing of speaking from a perspective of we got it figured out, all right, 100%, but we are growing and understanding of what we need to do. We are, maturing in this thing, so Lord will, you brothers, all right, and you sisters was edified. Till next time I say shalom.